Welcome to episode 24 of the Rock and Wellness Podcast, and thank you so much for tuning in today. Many people are suffering with poor health and a lack of wellness, and I've made it my mission with this podcast, through the teachings of yoga, whole food nutrition, and encouraging an active lifestyle, to help you stop hating what you see in the mirror, discover your deepest desires, and love yourself unapologetically, because there's nothing better than just feeling so good in your own skin, so that you can actually help and serve others to do the same. So in this episode, this is a special recording from one of my sessions of my Love Yourself Healthy coaching program. In this program, I help you release the limiting beliefs that hold you back from living the life that you want and truly be able to step into your true self. I've gone through my own journey of releasing my limiting beliefs and stepping into the person that I was meant to be. And to be honest, and I tell my clients this all the time, this is never a one and done kind of journey. This is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and self-exploration that, it can have its ups and downs for sure, but it is so amazing when you actually step into that true self and you discover a little bit more about who you are, why you're here, and what you desire. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get to it.
So today's topic is about finding your true why and setting smart goals. When you think back, how many times have you set a goal only to fail? So many people are great at setting goals based on what they think they want or think they should have, but fall short and then feel disappointed, right? Have you ever felt disappointed or you felt like you let yourself down when you've set a goal? Absolutely. Yeah, it happens, right? So it's not enough to set a goal or to have a goal. You have to really get clear on what you want. And then once you are clear on what you want, you need to discover how this goal aligns with your true purpose, your vision, and your why. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to find that true why for you today. Because unless you've got that true why, your goals will likely not even happen. Einstein said you cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. You must learn to see the world in a new light. And I really love that because it's so true. And ideally, even though we've all experienced failure in the past, anything is possible in the future. As long as we can start viewing the world in a new lens, we shift our viewpoint, we shift our state of mind, we shift our consciousness, anything is possible when we believe it will happen. So let me share with you a little story about my experience with this. So it was many years ago that one of my coaches introduced me to the concept that I could have whatever I wanted in my life. And if I just believed it was possible and knew that I was 100% responsible for everything that was going on in my life, good or bad. At the time I thought she was crazy and I didn't want to take responsibility for what was going on in my life. Because at the time when I was talking with her, my life really wasn't that great. I was struggling with relationship issues, financial issues. And I thought, well, how am I responsible for this? I'll tell you what, was I ever wrong? Everything that goes on in our life, yes, there's some circumstances, but after many years of personal growth and development, I finally realized that I was creating my own reality. Every single choice I made was creating my own reality. And yes, sometimes, things happen that is out of our control. It's also here for a reason. It's happening because there's a lesson for us to learn or something. Somebody needs to learn something. Maybe it's humanity as a whole needs to learn a lesson. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And I have really been working with this statement because it's so true. In a weekend workshop, it was put to me like this. Think about your life as if you are placing an order online. And I think about this a lot. Your computer, when you're placing your order online, doesn't ask you, are you sure you want to place that order? Basically, as soon as you hit, yep, I want to place that order, it's in. right? You've hit the buy now button, it's in. So have you ever done that before? You've hit the buy now button and then you reviewed what you just bought and you went, oh, I forgot something, or I ordered something I didn't want, or I put the wrong address in, or something. The computer doesn't ask you, are you sure that's what you want? I mean, sometimes it will, but once you say, yeah, just like the universe, our consciousness, it's not going to say when we think a thought, it's not going to say, are you sure that's what you want? The point is, we want to ask for what we want, not for what we don't want. So the universe is like that online store. It's going to give you exactly what you ask for. Okay. The universe doesn't ask questions. It just sends you your requests, and every thought is a request out into the universe. For example, if you focus on and think negatively towards your body and how overweight you are, then you will gain more weight. If you complain about how broke you are, you can't afford things, then you will have less money to buy the things that you want. When I realized that I was placing all these orders for things I didn't want, I knew I had to make some serious adjustments, because all I did was think about what I didn't want. I don't want this. How come this is happening? I began to start facing my fears, start looking myself in the mirror, and discover these limiting beliefs or negative thoughts that were holding me back and preventing me from reaching my dreams. So how I started is I started doing some detox. I started detoxing my life. I started placing people at arm's distance or further away who were not giving me that nice support or positive energy in my life. I was getting rid of places and things that were no longer serving me. I started detoxing my house, got rid of clothes, books, furniture, and junk that was just sitting around not being used. There's a lot of heavy negative energy that happens with stuff that sits around collecting dust. There's no need to have it around. Now, when I started to take a look at the environments I was placing myself in, such as social events, living arrangements, and jobs, I started asking myself, do I feel good in these situations? Or how does this place make me feel? And if this person, place, or thing no longer made me feel at my best or made me feel like it was serving me, I started to put action steps in place to release it. Now, sometimes releasing these things aren't going to happen immediately, but it's really important that we start recognizing what's no longer serving us and then taking steps to release it. So soon the negative people or people whose energy was dragging me down began to leave my life. And it actually started happening fairly organically. When I look back, some of these people were long-term friends and I just don't connect with them anymore. We have nothing in common, and that's okay. I wish them well. I'm sure they wish me well, and we move on with our lives. So it's not easy to let people go. But sometimes, honestly, I'm blessed and thankful that the universe gave me the time that I had with them, but also blessed that I've been able to let them go. This is allowed, sometimes we don't want to let go of people, places, and things, but when we let go of the things that aren't serving us, we make room for the things that are serving us to come into play. Making healthier choices started becoming easier. I discovered that, I love yoga. I love how it makes my body feel. I realized that sugar and processed foods were no longer serving me and they were making me sick and lethargic. I had to slowly figure out how to let those go. Throughout this process of letting things go, I also became more thankful for the things that I have in my life, right? So as you start doing these sorts of things, you start releasing the things that no longer serve you. Make sure you're paying attention to the things that do serve you and the things that are in your life, and make sure you stay grateful for those things so that they stay in your life. So the key is to ask the right questions. So get a clear vision in your mind about what you want, and then ask the right questions. Think about asking how or what rather than why, right? Or how can I make this happen? What do I need to do to get this in my life, rather than why is this happening to me? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being like everybody else. And it's a conscious